Everyone, how are you guys? Welcome to the last October budget video. This is October budget closeout, so we're just going to look at all the final numbers, see if we came in under budget this month. We're also going to be looking at some sinking fund transactions and finalizing those sinking fund numbers for the month. We're going to look at some of my debt, which I've never talked about my debt before, so this is the first time you're seeing what debt I have, how much it is, all of that. Now, if you guys are new to my channel, welcome. I hope you guys enjoy. Stick around and subscribe. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, everything that you see is most likely found in my shop, so definitely check out the link down below. This particular workbook is in the shop. It's a printable. Now, again, I've went over this workbook before, but we'll just flip through it really quick because this is the first month that I use this entire workbook. So you guys already saw the weekly check-in on the monthly layout, so that I have a whole video on that if you guys have not seen it. And then we have our most important page right here, which let's take a look at this right now. This is the October just budget page, and this is like your full overview of the monthly budget. So let's go over this really quick. All right, I zoomed you guys in and I just wanted you guys to see all these numbers here. We're going to fill in all of our actuals and do any of the math that we need to. So I'll have my calculator right here. Our actual income that we made for our main income. And for you, this could be your salary, this could be your hourly job. It could be different for everybody. So I budgeted $2,000. I budgeted a little bit lower, but I did end up making $2,241. So that was great. The difference there is obviously plus $241. For YouTube, I did make what I budgeted. So that's what I made for YouTube. So there was no difference there at all. And then for other, I did make a tiny bit more. I made $423.04. So the difference there, I don't need a calculator, is plus $23.04. So let's just add up all of these and get our actual income. So our actual income, so plus 147. All right, so we actually made $2,811.58. And then we can just do the difference there. So we'll take our actual minus our budgeted. I like to under budget most of the time because I'd rather, you know, not be over budget at the end of the month. So it was plus 264.04, which is great. Now we can come down. I'm just going to move this as we go. We're going to come down to our fixed expenses. I already filled some of these in just to save some time. So all of these that are filled in, the actuals here, are what stayed the same. Now these two down here, my electric and gas, they do typically fluctuate. So this month, this was pretty on point, but it was $11.97. I budgeted $12. Again, very close. Gas, I budgeted $30, but came in at $28.82. Okay, so let's just add up the actuals and see where we're at. Our actual fixed expenses is $1,013.70. Again, very, very close, you guys. Like, it's just very close. All right, so I guess we can take our actual remaining. So that's what we actually made up here. And now we can subtract what our actual fixed expenses was. So we're gonna take this number, $2,811.58. We're gonna minus our actual fixed expenses. So again, actual income minus actual fixed expenses. So we actually have $1,797.88 remaining. So you can see that's a pretty big difference, like $200-ish right there, a difference. So again, that means it's gonna help us just in case we go over budget anywhere else. Right, to get the actuals for our variable expenses here, we're going to take whatever remaining and subtract or add where, you know, where we need to. So we had budgeted $100 for groceries. We still had $467 remaining, so we're just gonna minus that $467. So we actually spent $95.33 in groceries for the month, which is amazing. Okay, eating out, we were clearly over budget, so we're going to add that negative to our budget because we spent $20.92 over. So our actual for eating out was $220.92. Personal, we came in under budget, so we budgeted 100, but we still had 40.68 left over, so we're subtracting that. So we only actually spent $59.32 in our personal category, which is great. Transportation, that was over budget. So we budgeted 120, we spent over by 38.01. So we actually spent $158.01. Household, we still had $20 left over, so that means we only spent $40. And entertainment, we did go over budget, so we actually spent $136.92 in our entertainment category. So the next thing we're going to look at moving down is sinking funds. Sinking funds, we did actually stuff $300, so I'm just gonna fill that out. And now let's see where our actuals are for our variable expenses. So let's see, let's add these up. We actually spent $1,010.50. Okay, so definitely over budget, but not by too much, but it kind of worked out because our remaining number over here, or as if you want to say our actual income over here, was higher. So now I'm going to take this remaining number that we have left over and we're going to subtract that. So $1,797.88. We're gonna minus this actual number. So even though we came in over budget, like right here, see the difference there? Our actual spend was over budget. We actually have more remaining because we made more money. So yes, we were over budget here, but we're technically under budget as a whole monthly budget. I hope that makes sense. We're basically gonna write that out here. So our total income, this is just to kind of like generalize it and see it down here as a total. Okay, so total actual income, again, was $2,811.58. Our total expenses, so that is going to include this number here, fixed expenses, and this number here, variable expenses. Let's just get those totals really quick. So our total expenses was $2,024.20. So we're just going to subtract that and see what we have remaining, which should be similar to a number, to this number, or should be exact actually. So yep, that's exactly right. And that's how you know if you're doing it right, when all of your numbers line up. So we have $787 remaining. So with that, in our savings, for our savings challenge, if you guys saw that video, I already posted it, so go check that out. But that's what I'm going to put here. We stuffed, I believe, $337 in our savings challenge. And then for Debt Snowball, which I'm going to show you guys in just a second, I didn't do anything for Debt Snowball this month because it was tight. You know, I didn't want to go over budget. It was pretty tight, so I didn't put anything in Debt Snowball. But now we're going to take that number, that balance, we have to subtract what we put in our savings challenges, and that is what we have left over. So we have $450.38 left over. Now technically I could put money into Debt Snowball I haven't decided what I want to do with that yet, but that just gives you an idea, like, oh, I have money left over, I can put that towards debt. That would be the most logical way of doing it and what to use this money for, or you can keep it as a cushion. Right now, I'm keeping this money as a cushion in my account, which I am fine with, and then I'm going to slowly pay off my debt. All right? So that's kind of like an overview of how to use this workbook, and especially this particular monthly budget page. I hope that makes sense for you guys. And now we're going to flip on to the rest of the workbook to close out. All right, you guys, here we have our sinking fund pages. I already filled in some of the things here to, again, save some time, but I did want to just do this on camera with you guys. My sinking funds tracker here. We only had one transaction this month, and it was out of my family envelope, and I'm just going to take that out on camera with you guys because why not? So I did buy pumpkins and supplies for my family to do pumpkin painting, and that was $35. So I'm just going to go into my family envelope, my family sinking fund, I should say, and we are going to take out the $35. So that will go back into my wallet, into the bank. So 35. Okay. So there's that. All right. Perfect. I'm just going to set this money to the side. But again, that is how you use the tracker, just to keep track of what's going in and out. And now what we're going to do is just look at the sinking funds page itself. Now again, I already filled in some of these numbers, but we do have to do some subtraction because again, we just took out of the family envelope. We took out of the family envelope for what, $35 we said? Oops. I wrote that really weird. Sorry. I'm going to take the 110 that was the beginning balance. We added $10, you know, earlier in the month when we did our sinking funds. And then we just took out $35. So our ending balance for our family sinking fund is $85. So that's kind of how you do it when you try to find the ending balance to see where you're at for the month. The only other sinking fund that we have to adjust is down here for giving. We added 5, but we always end up giving 5 away, so we also subtract 5. So that just ends up being nothing, being 0. So the total for our sinking funds for the month of October, we ended with $4,377 in our sinking funds, which is great. So that's what we're starting with next month in October. So that is the sinking funds closeout. So that really straightforward, super easy. Now we're going to flip to the last page, which is the debt tracker. So I haven't shown you guys my debt ever. This is the first time I'm showing it on camera, and I don't feel any particular way about it. Am I ashamed? No, not really. This is just life. This is just what it is. And I know I need to pay off this debt sooner rather than later. My first debt is my Discover card. So I have one credit card, or one main credit card that I use, which is my Discover. It gets great cash back, but then at the same time, when emergencies happen, sometimes I use that as well. And that kind of racked up over the past few months, you guys. Not proud of it, but okay. I have my balance for my Discover is $4,223.53. Okay? It is what it is. That is definitely the one I want to pay down first. Even though it's 0 interest, that number gives me a little bit of anxiety. So I need to come back down to earth and just move forward and try to pay it off as fast as possible. So my minimum payment on this card is $74. The payment that I actually made on this card this past month of October is $100. I always pay at least $100, and if I can put more into it from, you know, for Debt Snowball, I will. But this month I just did the $100 payment that's due on the 14th. Now, student loan. Student loans are still in forbearance for, I think, another couple months. So I'm technically not paying this one right now, but my student loan debt is my biggest debt. Ugh, this is so cringy. $23,394.20. I'm not doing any of these right now because they're on forbearance, so yeah. But that's my debt, you guys. That's it right there. Yeah. We're going to do our best to pay this down before the student loans kick back in, because that would make the most sense. And yeah, my goal is to get this down pretty low, if not completely paid off. Personally, I like to try to pay off the smallest one or the one that has the most interest. If it's a credit card, that is my ideal way to do it. Everybody's different, but yeah, there we go. So that is pretty much it for my video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this entire October closeout. That is it. We are done with October, and we are going to be starting November very soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you would like to, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!